remind yourself that you are Ram, you are Sita, you are Hanuman. Those parts are you. Just as much as you have the other parts, you are the cosmos. There's this great part of a particular puja where you create this house, you create this box, and in this box you summon all of the beings that exist. Ghosts, ghouls, goblins, demons, whatever, if you want to use whatever terms, and angels and devatas and godlike beings and the divine and all the deities. And you bring them all together because this box represents life, because it is like that, right? You can't just say on earth you want it to be just this type of person. You can have that wish all you want. It ain't going to be that way. And in any other realm, it's just not going to be like that. So it's not only symbolic to the way that life is cosmically, it just is like this. It's all inside of this. Hiranyagarbha, which is like the golden womb, So it's all within this creative power. So then the beautiful thing is that they summon them all, which a lot of people would think like, oh, that's bad. It's like voodoo or something, or dark magic. And it's not that. It's a choice to recognize this is how life is, it's actually a statement of the heart. Like, it's all like this. So let me love it. Let me just recognize on this mini little idea, of this little box, or like the cosmic heart. Let me just know that this is the home that houses all. And this is what our heart should be. Our heart is the home that houses all. And you should always be within your heart. There's this great quote, which is, the heart is the hub of all sacred places. Go there in Rome. So I believe that was from, Nityananda, I believe, from Siddha Yoga tradition. Such a beautiful statement. The heart is the hub of all sacred places. Go there in Rome. Should always be heart-led. So Ravan is not heart-led. He's desire-led, which people would think, oh, but I love this thing. I want this thing. Obviously, he loved Sita, or he wouldn't want her. So why would he abduct her, in that way of saying? So when this power-centric, lust-centric, craving, desire, ruling, control-centric beingness or persona wants to take the goodness from God and utilize it for its own self-sensory gain, it doesn't sound right? And yet, this is what people do. Most people's prayers to God is not, help me break through myself and find reality. Most people's prayers to God is, dear God, can you please help me win the lotto? Dear God, can you give me a long, happy life? Dear God, can you take this disease away from me? Dear God, can you make people, like me? Dear God, can I become famous? Dear God, can I have, another relationship? Dear God, we want so many things, right? There can be a lot of good intentions in there. But the fact is, it's mixed with, I'm uncomfortable and I want things. So the demon nature, so to speak, the lack nature, to get rid of the word demon, because that has a lot of heavy connotations for people. But the lack nature is always wanting. If you're always wanting, you can never just sit still and be filled, because you're always wanting something else. You're not willing to go through a process of emptying out, which can feel like losing at first. But after you empty out, then you become filled. But if you're not willing to become empty, which feels like a threat, like a fear, oh, I'm going to lose things, I'm going to, lack more. I'm already lacking, why would I want to lack more? But we have to be willing to go through it in order to become empty fully, so that we can become fulfilled by the divine, filled by the grace. It's a choice that we make. But you have to be willing to have enough bravery or courage to get through. And that might be a day's worth of courage you need. Or decades, lifetimes, but you have to be willing. So we're trying to cultivate willingness a lot of the time on a spiritual path. Cultivate faith and willingness. So that purity is within you. Try to feel into that purity. Feel the part of you that has never been tarnished, never sinned, never been stained. Even if taken to the lowest of low realms, it is always pure, the witness that exists throughout it all, untouched by all, unharassed by all, unharmed by all. And this purity is there. This purity is there, and no matter what, there will always be. We are trying to bring it out. We're trying to recognize it, become conscious of it, aware of it, realize it. It is there. It is true. It is this way. Sadhana is just trying to recognize this reality all the time, always. So if you always know that you're pure, then if you end up getting dirt thrown on you, you don't feel dirty. You feel pure. You feel clean.